So I'm going to jump straight into it. The first very common mistake or problem or challenge, it's a bit of an obvious one, but it's just not getting enough sales meetings. And this has got worse and worse in recent years. And one of the big challenges is that a few years ago, if a potential client wanted to find out what their different options were, what some of the solutions were on the market, explore why they had a particular problem, find out more about you, then they pretty much had no option other than to meet a salesperson or a consultant or someone running a business, because they were the experts in that area. Now, of course, these days they do all their research online, they Google things, they find out stuff. So as a result, there are a lot less natural reasons for having a meeting for you. With you, and so a lot of people as a result of that have had many fewer meetings and of course less sales. So what you really need is a compelling reason for people to meet with you, other than for you to talk to them about working for them, because very few people are at that point in their buying process where they want to speak to someone who's going to sell to them. So as an example of how to do that, one of my clients is a consultant who works with FTSE 100 and FTSE 250 companies, and only with the CFO or the Group FD. And so what he did was he created a benchmarking report, he invested in some case studies from his own experience and doing a survey, created that benchmarking report, sends that to potential clients, and then his offer, his compelling reason to meet, is to sit with him and go through that benchmarking in more detail, and for the CFO to compare their business to some of the businesses and the case studies. Now, for a CFO, that is pretty compelling. There's a lot of value in that meeting, much more than they'd get if someone phoned them up and asked them for a meeting to talk about how they could work together. So you need something similar if you want to get a decent number of sales meetings, because of course once you're in that meeting you can demonstrate your credibility, build a bit of trust face to face, and then the conversation will naturally turn to what their particular problems or challenges are and how you might be able to help them. But in order to get into that meeting in the first place, you need a compelling reason means the meeting itself is going to be really valuable for that potential client.